Hi, good day everyone. I am Francine Alexis Sabanal, and in this video I will be answering some questions about organizing a multi-grade classroom. So just continue watching the video. So in the first question, how would you organize a multi-grade classroom? So as a teacher, I will organize a multi-grade classroom by setting up a good learning environment that fits to the needs of the pupils that I have. Also, to ensure that me and my learners would have an effective teaching and learning. So for number two, a classroom setting that is healthy, welcoming, and suitable for the students' grade level, in which the grade levels in the classroom could assist them and learn from one another, is what I consider to be the ideal learning environment for multi-grade setting. A learning environment that promotes and encourages students' multiple intelligence. So for number three, for me, the teacher and the setup of the classroom are the two most important components of an efficient multi-grade teaching. Teachers who work with multiple grade levels should be adaptable and knowledgeable about a variety of tactics. The teachers should be able to recognize the distinction among students, inspire them to learn, and lead them through their course material, systematic, organize, and plan grouping on delivery of teaching. So for number four, the teacher can employ a variety of techniques while instructing pupils in many grades, including direct observation, peer group student guidance, lesson-oriented teaching, group learning, and supervisory methods.
Hi, good day everyone. For today's news, we will learn about the different classroom organization and classroom setup for multi-grade classes. Now let us first start in the practice. In the first statement, it is true. It is because the classroom should cater to different activities that would be conducted by the teacher to successfully support the teaching and the learning process. Second statement, false, because multi-grade classroom arrangement will change throughout the years depending on the activities and the pupils to support each pupil's unique capabilities and abilities that would support the teaching and learning process to be successful. In the third statement, it is false because teachers must have their own private place in the classroom where they can take a break while facilitating or giving the students an activity and a place to do grade competitions and other private things. Next statement, it is true because it will enhance their social language and mathematical skill as they interact with their peers while doing such things. Buying and selling is also the best way to enhance their mathematical and solving skills. The last statement, it is false because chalkboard and cupboards has a specific height standard in multi-grade classroom, same as in mono-grade classrooms. The teacher should be in front between the two different area walls in which so the teacher can see all the areas in the room, and learners should also be able to see reach the desk easily. Number 4. Outside the classroom in multi-grade classes can be used for storytelling, physical education, some art activities and eating, and other activities that need to be have in open and wide areas. Now let us proceed to the performance activity. As a teacher, it is our responsibility to produce a healthy, diverse, conducive learning environment, especially for multi-grade classes. This is my classroom organization and arrangement that would help Mr. Maro in his problem. In this classroom arrangement, it will cater the multiple intelligences of the pupils in different grade levels, in which are grades 1, grade 2, grade 3, and grades 4. A well-maintained and safe physical environment of high quality fosters positive attitudes and motivation related to students' ability to learn academic achievement and pro-social behavior. It does also add to the ambience in a way that makes the children more inclined to concentrate and focus in the task at hand. Physical environment of classroom plays a crucial role in ensuring immersive learning. Chalkboard and bulletin board storage, physical comfort, and teachers' area. The teachers need to be close to the youngest learner because they need help more often than the older learners, as the older students can do independent learning. When a student exhibits inappropriate behavior, time out, also known as time out from reinforcements, include placing the students in a situation that is less rewarding or reinforcing. In a classroom with multiple grade levels, having a class shop is crucial for language, numeracy, and social skills development of the pupils. Language arts can help students develop their creative thinking skills by offering creative activities that spark creativity in students. Teaching language arts creates environment that allow children to explore their creativity through writing, speaking, and reading assignments. This is Rosalie Albugwat, and that's end my report. Now let us welcome Ms. Ronalisa in Masino.
The answers to the true and false questions are provided. Letter A, it is true that there are movable chairs and tables for the activities which requires more spaces. Letter B, it is false because every school year there will be possible changes for the classroom organization in order to accommodate the diversity of students. Letter C, it is false also because there should be for teachers wherein they can do things for the teaching or do personal things while monitoring the learner's activities. Next is, it is true because this promotes diversity, social skills, engagement, and collaborative among learners. Next is, it is false because there should be an appropriate height for the students that is useful or could be harmful for learners for their activities. Below is a description of a storytelling arrangement in a multi-grade classroom. The learners need to be seated in a semicircle or horseshoe arrangement with the teacher in front. The learners should be close to the teacher so that they can clearly see the pictures and read the captions in the teacher's storybook. They also need to be able to hear the teacher well. Tables and chairs should be arranged so that the teachers and learner can move freely. The teacher's desk should be located in front so that the teacher can see all the areas of the classroom. The learner should also be able to easily see and reach the teacher's desk. Outside the classroom in a multi-grade class can be used for storytelling, physical education, some art activities, and eating. You should ensure that the area you will use is well shaded. The learners can sit outside on mats, benches, or the grass. For me, this would be the possible classroom organization for Mrs. Mario classroom. So this is the layout. Physical learning environment is very important that children be comfortable so that they can move around freely. If the environment contains interesting items, their curiosity will be aroused. They should have a neat environment with light and fresh air. The areas that should be in each multi-grade classroom include the students' desks or tables, learning center and reading corner, dress-up corner or home corner, teacher's area including desk and cupboards, class shop and display area and chalkboard. The teachers need to be close to the youngest learners because they need more help often than older learners. It is important to have a timeout area because a teacher has to have some way of disciplining the learners. The timeout area is meant mainly for discipline as it separates the learner from other members of the class. The three important reasons for the class shop are to develop learners' social skills, to develop learners' mathematical skills, and to develop learners' language skills. The Language Arts Center will focus on the development of the language skills, which are fundamental to all learning. This center will contain books, magazines, stories, and compositions written by the learners.
So indicate whether the following statements are true or false. So for letter A multi-grade classroom has to be reorganized according to the activities or lessons that will be conducted. The answer is true. Letter B, a multi-grade class arrangement is permanent. It does not change throughout the year. The answer is false. Letter C, the timeout area allows a teacher to take a break from the classroom, and the answer is false. Letter D, the class shop can help students to develop social language skills and mathematical skills. The answer is true. Letter E, the chalkboards and cupboards can be any height in a multi-grade classroom. The answer is false. For storytelling, my classroom setup would be the teacher's chair in front of the class and the children's chair would be in a U form. My desk's position will be placed at the side of the chalkboard facing in the front so that when the teacher writes something on the board, the students can easily see and understand what is written on the board. The outside classroom would be used when there is an activity that needs to be conducted outdoor. I will prepare for my class by planning first how the lesson would be delivered and the activities to be given, and most especially by arriving on time in the class. This is my classroom layout or classroom organization for Mrs. Maru in a multi-grade classes. The tables are arranged according to grade levels. There is a mini library, multiple intelligences area, and the hygiene area, as you can see in the picture. Both student conduct and achievement can be correlated with the physical environment. A high-quality, well-maintained physical environment promotes positive attitudes and motivations that are connected to students' capacity for learning, academic success, and pro-social conduct. So the 5 areas that could be included in a multi-grade classroom are the chalkboard and chairs. Another is the teacher's area, the learning activity center, the comfort room, and most importantly is a multiple intelligences area. The teacher needs to be close to the youngest learners because they need to help more often than the older learners. So when a student exhibits inappropriate behavior, a timeout, or also known as timeout from reinforcement, includes placing the student in a setting that is less rewarding or reinforcing. The importance of class shop that is used in the classroom is to help students improve their language, numeracy, and social skills, which are the 3 main goals. It is important to have a language arts center in the classroom in order to increase students' knowledge of and proficiency in both spoken and written language.
Thank you, Ms. Gacha. So now it's my turn to answer the questions whether it is true or false. So for letter A, true, it's because the classroom should cater the different activities that will be conducted by the teacher to have an effective teaching and learning. For letter B, false, because a multi-grade classroom arrangement will change throughout the years. For letter C, false, because teachers must have their own private place in their classroom where they can take a break. For letter D, true, because it will enhance their social, language, and mathematical skills. For letter E, it's false because chalkboards and cupboards have specific standard sizes or heights. For number 2, the learners need to be arranged in this position as you can see in the picture, while the teacher is at the center so that everyone can hear the storytelling. For number 3, the teacher's desk should be located in front so that the teacher can see all the areas of the classroom and she can also be seen by the students. So for number 4, outside the classroom in a multi-grade class can be used for physical activities, physical education activities, art activities, or some activities that needs larger space. And make sure that the students will be able to see it. So if I will help Miss Maru for her classroom plan, this would be my classroom plan. As you can see in the picture, there are doors, corners with different areas, the tables, the chairs, the comfort room, the display area, the learning area, and many more as you can see in the picture. So my answer for number 3 is that the physical environment can be related to both people behavior and achievement. A high quality, well-maintained physical environment promotes positive attitudes. So for number 4, these are the areas that I will include: the activity or learning centers, chalkboards and bulletin boards, storage, physical comfort, and the teacher's area. For question number 5, the teacher needs to be close to the youngest learners because they need help more often than the older learners. So for number 6, time out involves placing a student in a less reinforcing environment when the student engages in an appropriate behavior. So for number 7, it is important to have a class trap in a multi-grade classroom to develop learning social skills, mathematical skills, and their language skills. So for number 8, language art may assist pupils in developing their capacity for imaginative thinking. Through writing, speaking, and reading tasks, language art instruction creates conditions where pupils can express their creativity.
Proceed to practice. A. A multi-grade classroom has to be reorganized according to the activities or lessons that will be conducted. True. B. A multi-grade class arrangement is permanent. It does not change throughout the year. False. C. The timeout area allows the teachers to take a break from the classroom. It is false. D. The class shop can help students to develop social, language, and mathematical skills. The answer is true. E. The chalkboards and the cupboards can be any height in a multi-grade classroom. The answer is false. In a typical sitting arrangement for storytelling, the students will be seated on the floor or on a cushion in a semicircle or U-shape facing the storyteller. The storyteller would sit or stand at the front of the circle, holding the book or story and reading aloud to the students. The setting arrangement would allow all students to see and hear the story clearly and create a sense of community within the classroom. So this is the diagram of the setting arrangement in my classroom for storytelling. As a future teacher, I think it is a good idea to place the teacher's desk in the center of the room, facing the front, with students' desks arranged in cluster around the perimeter. This allows the teacher to monitor and engage with all the students while still seeing the whiteboard or screen. Clustering desks can also encourage collaboration and social interaction between students of different age and abilities. I would use my outside classroom to create an interactive and engaging learning environment for my students. I would plan activities and lessons that incorporate the natural surroundings, such as outdoor experiments or nature walks. I would also prioritize the safety and comfort of all students by providing appropriate clothing, sunscreen, and water as needed. Mrs. Maru is an untrained teacher who teaches a multi-grade class of 30 learners in a small village at Lanao Elementary School. She teaches grade 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is the diagram that I created for Mrs. Maru for her main concern regarding her classroom organization. The physical learning environment is important because it can greatly impact students' engagement, comfort, and overall well-being, which can in turn affect their ability to learn and succeed in school. A well-designed and supportive physical learning environment can foster a positive learning experience and improve students' outcome. The 5 areas that could be included in multi-grade classroom are language art, math, science, social studies, and art or music. The multi-grade teachers need to be closer to the youngest students in the classroom because these students are typically in the early stages of their educational journey and require more individualized attention and support. By being physically closer to these students, the teacher can better observe and assist them, provide timely feedback, and ensure that they are progressing academically and socially. A timeout area is used as a designated space for a child to take a break and calm down when they are exhibiting challenging behavior. It provides a safe and quiet place for the child to collect themselves and regain control of their emotions before returning to the classroom activity. Having a class shop in a multi-grade classroom is important because it provides students with hands-on opportunities to learn about various concepts such as math, economics, and social skills in a practical and engaging way. It also fosters creativity and independence as students have the chance to design, produce, and sell their own creations. Having a language arts center in your classroom is important because it provides students with a designated space to practice and enhance their literacy skills such as reading, writing, and communication. The Language Arts Center can include a variety of resources and materials such as books, writing tools, and interactive activities to support students' language development.